Welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Yes, the new brew space, and even a new brew paddle, but the new brew space. I've got so many things to show you, so many things to tell you. I'm very excited. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. Definitely appreciate the sharing. It's huge, and it's more appreciated than you realize. First, you may have seen part of this video, or even close to the whole thing, because if you check out Simple Home Brew, Pierre, Simple Home Brew, was pretty much the motivation for me to even start recording years ago. And yeah, still great motivator, very down to earth, easygoing guy. We seem to have a lot of the same hobbies. And if you haven't checked out his channel, definitely check it out. If you did and you saw this video, keep watching. There's probably more in here. I don't think he's gonna do the entire thing because it's probably gonna be a little long, but let's get started. First, we have about 470, yes, about 470 square feet. And I worked hard to make sure everything that normally goes in your garage wasn't in my garage. I worked very hard at that. I wanted as little in my garage as possible that wasn't brewery or brewing related. So, plus just during one of the last brews, I broke part of my brew paddle. It's fixed, it just needs some sanding and stuff. But my wife was kind enough to get me a new brew paddle. And yeah, Bitter Reality, I'm just excited. So, I've got a lot to show you. I don't want to take up too much of your time just talking, so we're gonna get started. And before I totally jump in, you'll see that I have Blickman and Anvil signs just kind of hanging. It's because I don't know where to put them yet. Yeah, I have put everything where I believe it needs to go, but I know as I get brewing and get moving through things, and I've already got things in my head thinking about things I need to rearrange, I may need to rearrange a lot of things, or at least some. I've also put as many things as I can on wheels, so I can move them around as needed in the middle of the day or during a brew, just to get things out of my way or to get things in my way if I need them. So I'm gonna lower some of the lighting. I'm gonna turn on all the fermenters, kegerator, keezer, all those things for refrigerator. And I'm gonna walk you into my garage. There is some workout equipment. I kind of need it. You know, lost some weight during the move, need to keep it off and maybe push some more weight down, but we'll see how it goes. Either way, I'm excited. Let's take a little journey. Here we are. We had this rock put down recently, so we have a driveway actually to get to the back of the house. Located in Springfield, the oldest part of Jacksonville, Florida, historic area. Although the house is new, it just follows a lot of codes when it comes to historic design and layout. This is the walkway, so we can still put a brew outside if we want to. Like I mentioned, as you open the garage door, there is some workout equipment. I need to get my butt on it a little more frequently. Happy to finally have it back and working. As we come around here, we have my fermenter that you may have seen before. It's 42 inches by 42 inches width and depth, and then 38 inches total deep as far as height-wise. And sadly, it cannot get down into or maintain lager temps. I've got it at about 48 right now, but it was a test. It doesn't seem to hold well below 50. So won't be using that for any kind of lagering. And of course you gotta have a can crusher. Just kind of standard, you know what I mean? There's a used beer fridge I've had now for I don't know how many years, probably going on about 5, maybe 6, maybe longer. Got it for $200. I've had to fix it twice for less than about $30 total. There's my glass fermenters for doing wine, things like that. I do have a plastic fermenter and lots of tops for cans that I've bought. And yes, this is a squeegee because of my gorgeous floors. Yes, gorgeous floors. If you haven't seen that before, you gotta check that out. Love my floors. I had to have the floors. That was non-negotiable. My wife was very opposed, and now when she comes over, she shows everybody the floors. Come around here. We have a aquarium that we've used for doing some floating dip tube tests. I've got many more tests where I need that aquarium. Small dorm fridge I got from my son. Another fridge with more beer and beer related stuff. And then we come over here. Here is my 7-tap keezer. I know you're like, wait, I see 8 taps. can only hold 7 full 5-gallon kegs, but sometimes I do little experiments where I need 2 separate taps to run the beer through. So got some experiments coming up for that. Then we come over here. This is kind of my cleaning / lab / tools. There's the AC unit I had to have put in, and you'll see things hanging off of these racks. I love the ability to hang things off racks. It gives me so much more space. As you go down, you'll see I got boxes, that's different types of jars and containers. There's all my tools, because I put all the rest of the tools that wouldn't rust out into my shed outside. Don't need that in here. The 2 anvils, and I don't know where one of my little timers is, but I found, well, it's even a word, but needless to say, I'm missing a timer. Come around here. The sink. I'll have a whole separate video on the sink. Love the sink. Have an RO system, a deionizer to pull out all the minerals, or at least the vast majority. Got a glass washer, scrubber, little rubber thing on the top handle here to keep myself from burning myself. As we know, I'm accident prone. Coming around here, yep, that's where I do the yeast starters. I have all my cleaning materials down here. And then I have water. Most of that water is from the RO system. And I have no place for my bottle tree. So this is probably gonna be where it's gonna go, since having 2 sinks or 2 bins in your sink allows me to have an alkaline and a acid wash for cleaning everything, which is just amazing. Little cart, I had this before. I just don't really usually have it on camera or use it. I know you're looking over there seeing kitty litter. Yeah, that's not kitty litter. One contains rice hulls and one contains some tubing. And then yes, I have tons more tubing, more containers with different things in them, sump pump for helping to get the chillers going and pump some ice water through them. Got a Let's Go from local hardware store. That actually has a pump in it that I used to use, and I'll use it again for cleaning kegs and cleaning fermenters. The small thing right here, oh yeah, all my small parts, all my small parts. I've had this for eons. These are my little shoe boxes with labels on it. I have one that I'm not sure what I really want to call it yet, so yeah, you can see the title there. And I've got labels on pretty much the majority of them. There's a few I need to label, but all of them have something in them or something related to what the title says. As you step back, there's the Brew Easy Compact from Blickman. There's my old brew paddle, which I love still. A little damaged, but I fixed it recently. Come up here, we have fermenters, another anvil kettle. I've got my jaded Scillas, I got my Brewzilla, I got my Keg King Chubby. Just lots and lots of things up on that rack. And that rack is pretty much loaded with things I use all the time. Come over here. This is what I said. I have everything on wheels. And the reason I have everything on wheels is, as you look back there, you can see some yellow plugs. Those yellow plugs are plugged into 50 amp, 240 volt connectors, car chargers. I don't really need a car charger. Don't have an electric car, but I have adapters on the end, so now we can run all of the brew equipment from those 2 50 amp, 240 volt plugs. And then of course, over here in the US, we got our 110, 120. So the 120 is right there. I've got some stuff charging off of it. I've got some power running off of it. And like I said, I can move these around. They're on wheels. Not a big deal. Stepping back, just miscellaneous stuff. You can see to the left, that's where I have all my little sampler glasses. I have a brand new box or case there of 12 pint glasses. That's for sharing beer for locals coming over. And you can see tons of magazines. As you look up here, you'll see lots of remote controls. What you may not realize is when you look up near my ceiling, I have several things. First, there's a plug. Coming back, there's another plug. That is eventually going to be for lighting for the ceiling for the studio. And then I have these lights, which are all remote controlled. I can change the warmth, the brightness, everything on all 4 of those lights, which helps a lot. Coming over here, still not sure what I want to do with this, but yeah, I have a second computer. This isn't my main computer, and a laptop sitting here. I figure it'll come in handy having it over here. I'm not sure. Coming back around here. Yeah, I got garbage, got a shop vac, got some fishing poles, bikes back there, tools, hot water heater. But soon I will convert that from a lagering fermenter to an 8-tap kegerator. It's my Comos. Very, very excited to get that going, but I want to get some loggers done first. Come back around here and another rack on wheels. This is pretty much anything and everything that is fermentable with a few exceptions. So I've got malts on here, some dry malt, some cider kits, all my, I guess you call them adjuncts. Anything I don't need a lot of. This big bag is for a Vienna malt. Hopefully I'll get that brewing going today. Got my brewing salts, got a wine rack up there which got damaged, but I'm hoping to recover or at least get most of it working. I just don't know where the heck I'm gonna put it. And you see all my tilts and several other things in there, and an entire pound of Whirlfloc tablets. Since I forgot what happened to my small one, I did eventually find it and I've lost it again, but it's okay, I got a big bag. And you come around here, one of the best things, and I know it sounds dumb, but are these little hooks. I've got these little hooks everywhere, and they're holding up stuff on the sides that are for convenience, quick grab. Grain crusher there, just a cereal crusher, nothing special. I can pull this out because it's on wheels and there's more malts back there. Coming around here to the last rack. Yeah, there's the crucible from Anvil. And I have wine bottles on the bottom. Need to do some wine, haven't done any in a while. I've got all my little 1 gallons for doing testing, which you've ever seen the Kvite tests, that's what that was for. Lots and lots of containers. I know you don't realize it, but I make yogurt, kombucha, all kinds of things. And eventually I'll put some of these on the videos. I know not everybody in beer brewing cares, but if you're interested, I'll eventually give a few videos out there on that. And then miscellaneous things, including some pellets over there for smoking food. Up here I have bottles, lots and lots of bottles for sharing out beer. Come down here, gotta have propane. Yep, there's my burner for my propane. Got my wine corker. Another piece of art that I'm not sure where I want to put it. My son gave me that many years back. Love it, absolutely love that. Would buy more if I could, I just love that. And come around here, and as my back sucks, yeah, gotta have an inversion table for my back. Every now and then I've got to put it to use. And that's pretty much it. The only thing I didn't show you is dead center. I have the table that I originally bought just for the Brew Easy Compact. And then I have a new table, which is about 70 inches, if I remember right, by 30 inches wide. And as you can see down there, you can see a bunch of kegs. Yeah, I've got some old used kegs. I've got some more malts that I recently purchased. And then I have 8 brand new kegs. So I need to get filling those kegs up as quickly as possible. Very excited to get brewing, just got to get brewing. So the biggest piece of the whole equation. And I've got some burners over here. I bought an induction burner and found all the pots I like don't work on it. All the pots I don't like do work on it. So I bought another one that is just a regular heated hot plate. So I can actually heat up water, do stuff with my yeast, you know, things like that. Almost forgot the floor drain. Gotta have a floor drain. Kind of a requirement. And the entire floor is sloped to that drain. I hope that wasn't too boring. There was a lot to go over. It took me a month to get in here, a week, you know, after the floor got done. It took a while to dry, set. Air conditioning, electrician was fun. Air conditioner guy was fine. Plumbing, that was a little fun, but they did a great job. But yeah, I will have a separate video just on that sink. That sink is got a lot of customization, and as far as I'm concerned, it does. And as far as the plumbers were concerned, the master plumber had to come to it. So very excited. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. Definitely appreciate the sharing. Yeah, join me on a huge journey for 2023 because I have lots of space now, lots of equipment, and just gotta find time and get everything done. Cheers. Let's get brewing.